What's up, YouTube? This is Flooded Mod 14 here, and we are back with another week of the usual Yu-Gi-Oh! Card openings. Let's see, how are you guys doing today? Today is actually, it's the morning of July the 2nd, holiday weekend, 2016, and yeah, let me just say a quick thank you to if you guys have anyone who is, or has, or will serve in the armed forces, the military, or, cops or firefighters, whatever, hey, I just want to say that I appreciate everyone's service out there, man. Past, present, and future, man, woman, and child. So, trust me, that is not easy. Serving in combat. So, yeah, with that being said, let us open some cards. And, I actually don't know what I'm going to open for you guys today. I have no idea. Perhaps I'll do... Actually, let's see what's in this mystery box, because I kind of forget. I have no idea. So, I'm going to open this up real quick. Are there even cards in here? I don't know, I guess we'll find out. Cards! Oh, this is all like superbly gift wrapped and stuff. Ah, there are cards in here. Okay. And in here we have a... Oh, wow. Okay, we have an Emperor of Darkness structure deck, and this is, pretty interesting. Let's open this up, shall we? Yeah. Got so many boxes and different cards and stuff laying around here. I have no idea what's what anymore. But hey, that's okay. It's all good fun. Here's the kind of structure deck. Here's a look at it. Man, I got to sit on the throne. He's just like, yep, he looks kind of bored. It's like, I'm bored. I need to harvest some lives. I'm joining in soon. Oh, man. Alright, allow me to read here. Emperor of Darkness structure deck. Reloaded. Remix. Okay. Enough of that. This Emperor of Darkness structure deck is filled with some of the most imposing monsters ever made, and they demand tribute. Monarchs are high-level monsters that unleash their devastating elemental powers. When tributes are offered to summon them, do you have what it takes to command their awesome might to victory and beyond? This structure deck includes 36 common cards, 2 ultra rare cards, 3 super rare cards, 1 token card, 1 beginner's guide, and 1 double-sided, oh yeah, deluxe game mat and dueling guide with tips to bring you to victory. Alright, so this is the Emperor of Darkness structure deck, and I suppose I'll just I'll kind of go over some of the cards from the set. There we go. Okay, goes with a beginner's guide here, and it's funny. I actually don't collect these beginner's guides, but it's always kind of interesting just to see, what's in here. So, yeah, we got the main monster, Oedipus, the underworld, kind of featured on the cover here, and they kind of course, give the basics, how to play a trap. It's a trap. First of all, how to play a trap? Let me explain. You don't tell your opponent it's a trap. You simply say, I'm setting this face down for later. That's how you play a trap. Very simple. Yeah. Pretty standard stuff. Had Exceed Summon, the basics. how to sync, how to fuse. Show me your fuse. But, yeah. I mean, my bridge quotes. Do you guys like Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge? I don't know. I do. Anyway. This is what we really want to read, and, yeah, this is the dueling mat. Here we go. And, yeah, let's see if I can get a kind of long pan of that. Looks pretty cool, I must say. Very nice, very nice. And on the back is the dueling guide, so I'm not going to read all of it, but, I'll read, like, the first couple paragraphs here. The Emperor of Darkness structure deck is ready to duel right out of the box. You're also start playing. Alright. So you have your deck list, and then I'll read this part. The Monarchs take command. Tribute summon these high-level monsters to unleash their true power. Exodia obliterate. Ether, the Heavenly Monarch. Oedipus, the Underworld Monarch. And Kaos, the Shadow Monarch. Can only unleash their awesome power when you tribute summon them. First, get the required tribute. 1. For level 5 or 6 monsters. 2. For level 7 or more monsters. By summoning monsters like Edia, the Heavenly Squire, and Eidos, the Underworld Squire, that give you extra monsters and summons to work with. Then, use them to tribute summon the right monarch for the current situation. With the effects of Erebus, the Underworld Monarch, and Return of the Monarchs, you can constantly add new monarchs to your hand to meet any challenge. Okay, sorry. If you run out of monsters to tribute, try tributing your opponents. Monsters with spells like the Monarch's Stormforth and Soul Exchange. Classic. Love it. I love that a classic card like Soul Exchange is still being played. Because this deck's pretty meta, not gonna lie. So, And I think I've kind of left my thoughts on the current, July 2016 meta. But, am I just a hater? Probably. But now that I have something made of myself, maybe I'll like it. I don't know. Anyway, this is, Ether, the Heavenly Monarch. Pretty much not the ace of the deck, but very good. And it's pretty shiny, so I should look at that. But you can tribute summon this card by tributing one tribute summon monster. If this card tribute summon, you can send 2 Monarch spell traps with different names from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon 1 monster with 2400 or more attack and 1000 defense from your deck. Good, that's a good card. But return it to the hand during the end phase. That's also good. During your opponent's main phase, if this card's in your hand, you can banish 1 Monarch spell trap to the graveyard immediately after this effect resolves. Then tribute summon this card. This is a quick effect. Okay. Long story short, this card can spring at any time, really. Because it says this is a quick effect, that means it has the power to be activated during either turn. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Pretty good card. Alright, next card. Oedipus, the Underworld Monarch. Yeah, there he is. Pretty cool looking card there. Pretty evil looking, actually. But this is the guy on the front cover, so definitely, I'd say the best. I don't know. Ether's kind of good too, the Heavenly, but I think Erebus is the best. To each his own. Zombie, Dark, 8 stars, 2,800 attack, Thou defense. You can tribute summon this card by tributing 1 tribute summon monster. I'm sensing a theme here. This card's tribute summon, you can send 2 Monarch spell traps, different names from your hand or deck to the graveyard, got it. And if you do, shuffle 1 card from your opponent's hand at random, graveyard, or their side of the field into the deck. What? That is OP. Wow. Okay, I like it. Yeah, I would definitely say that this one is the best. Oedipus. That effect alone is very good. Once during either player's turn, if this card's in your hand, yes, you can discard a Monarch spell and trap. Then target one monster in your graveyard with 2400 or more attack and defense added to your hand. Ah, see, yeah, that's definitely the cat's pajamas. That's the bee's knees, man. So, there you go. And then from there, everything just kind of combos. Long story short, the goal of the deck is to constantly have monarchs in your hand with the effects of these two guys. Okay. Also, at the same time, you're clearing out your opponent's cards. Okay. And furthermore, like especially with Erebus here, you're basically recycling monarchs, and you're summoning a different one each turn. Now, what you want to do is definitely have a good supply of a good variety of different monarchs. Because some monarchs will kill spells and traps, some will actually destroy from the hand, which, believe me, is a good thing. Comes in handy if you're facing an Exodia deck, right? Right. Other monarchs will destroy spells and traps, destroy monsters with effects, but see, sometimes you will not want to destroy a monster by an effect. So there are other monarchs that, do other things, like remove monsters from play. So there you go. The rest of these cards I might kind of speed through, but basically that's the gist of it. Now this is Eidos and Idea, and long story short, they combo to to bring back each other, basically. But what they do is lock down the extra deck, long story short. So there's that. And also they allow like an additional tribute summon, basically. So there's that, yeah. So, okay. Also, if Idea here is sent to the graveyard, you can get a banish spell or trap and add it to your hand. So that's actually really good for Idea. And for Eidos, you can basically do the additional summon. So of tribute summon once per turn, which is good. That's good. So anyway, this is probably the best spell of the deck, and it is Pantheism of the Monarchs. So yeah, for all you Christians out here, only believe in one God, this deck is not for you. I'm totally kidding. I actually am a Christian, by the way, despite my potty mouth. Yeah, but I think that's a topic for another video. Anyway, allow me to read this card. But hey, Yu-Gi-Oh is just pretend, right? Right. It's just a pretend children's card game that adults sometimes play. What's wrong with that? Send one Monarch spell trap from your hand to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. That is good. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Okay. Reveal 3 Monarch spell and traps from your deck. Your opponent chooses 1 for you to add, and you shuffle the rest back into your deck. That's pretty good. Very good card, actually. Alright, and now we get, kind of some of the main monarchs in the deck. Chaos. Now this is the one that removes from play. All of these have 2,400 attack and 1,000 defense. That I'm about to just kind of zoom through here. And their effects I'll basically explain quickly. Banish. Targets a card on the field and banish. Destroys 1 monster. Zaps it. Zaborg. Grand Morg will use its Rock Crusher to destroy a set card. Now, by set, it can either be spell or trap, or set monster, so there you go. Mobius, or Mobius, I prefer Mobius, but destroys up to 2 spells and traps on the field, which also means you could get rid of some of your own spells and traps. Most people don't think of that with Mobius, but sometimes, your own field kind of clutters yourself up, but anyway. Thessalos throws a fireball at the hand of your opponent, and if you happen to hit a monster, they'll take damage too, so that's good. Raiza. Now, Raiza is probably one of my favorite ones because it can basically deck seal. And by that I mean it targets a card on the field and places it right back on top of the deck. So, yeah, if you keep using Raiza's effect, which you theoretically could do with this deck, you basically seal their draw. You know what I mean? See, it's kind of like an old school Yada lock, if Yada Garasu lock, if any of you guys know what I'm talking about. So it's really good. The next cards are actually what's called vassal, or actually in the Japanese version they're called vessel cards. Why they changed to vassal? I don't know, but anyway, long story short, yeah, all these, I think all of these can be special summoned in some various way. But long story short, these guys are here to basically speed to the field really quickly, and then you know, be used for tribute summon. So there you go. Next card. Let's see. Oops. Whoa. Man, I almost lost my using a little lamplight here, guys. Sorry about that. Man, yeah, almost almost sent my lamp to the shadow realm, and thus my ankles and my feet. Sorry about that. Wow, that was a good catch, Josh. Glad I'm paying attention. Wow, this is actually a pretty good card. Illusory Snatcher. What this does is it'll basically clone whenever you tribute summon. And you may say, what's the point? Long story short, overlay. So, yeah, there you go. Also, a nice one. I'm glad they started putting this in another structure deck. Tragodeo. Really good card. This is really good for overlay too, but also, you know, if you have a loaded hand, loaded aka 5 or more, yeah, this card can be pretty powerful, not gonna lie. So, and it's easy to special summon, so there you go. Also, there's Dandelion here. Classic, man. Yeah, this has Yu-Gi-Oh! GX all over it. I'm pretty sure Jaden, or Yuki Judai, he used this card a lot, man, so classic. I've never owned this card either, so pretty exciting for me here. But basically, when this card's sent to the graveyard, even like sent from your hand, you get 2 fluff tokens, so there you go. Mathematician, it's basically there to draw cards. And then you have classic Battle Fader and Rainbow Karibo. So there you go. And what's it? And then from there, like the main support cards are the ones you're gonna want to get, and those are, you know, Tenacity, Domain, March, Return, Stormforth of the Monarchs, and then Strike of the Monarchs. Now, these are the spells that can be searched for, and like I said, I'm not going to go over them all, but long story short, they help you either cycle the current Monarchs you have on the field, or just like constantly abuse drawing and other destruction. So, but long story short, those counter some of the current meta, so there you go. Also, there's Soul Exchange, so there you go. Comes with the enemy controller and Dice Spoon, both pretty good. So yeah, and also Soul Charge, which is actually really good if you just need a tribute. Oh yeah, also some of those spells will special summon a monster, so you can get a tribute that way. So now the new trap Monarch cards are Prime Monarch, First Monarch, Escalation, Monarchs Awaken, and the Monarchs Erupt. Now, that's a nasty trap, by the way. But all of these basically help, like, for example, First Monarch, I'll read this one. Special summon this card as an effect monster. Fiend type, 6-star. If summoned this way, you can discard a card, declare 1 attribute. This card becomes that attribute. Can be treated as 2 tribute summons for the tribute summon of a monster with the same attribute. So basically, this, if you declare dark, you can get out, you can get the guy out, you know, on the front cover really, really, really easily. And his name was, I already forgot. But you can get out Oedipus, yeah. If you simply declare dark, you can get him out really easily, with just those 2 cards. So, yeah, pretty good combos going on. But yeah, that's basically the gist of the deck. It's like it counters the current meta, and then you just you keep chaining and summoning. So, but yeah. The only other traps are Pinpoint Guard, which is good, and Order of the Emperor. So, but yeah, that pretty much completes the Emperor of Darkness deck, and I'll thank you all for joining me. I'll see you all next time. Bye.